I'm the CEO of the Max Group of Companies and the author of the Max Intuitive Energy Matrix. And I want to talk to you today about change, and are you on the threshold? Because the landscape of change can prove to be challenging terrain for most of us, especially when we embark upon it with conscious intention. Now, I coach many people who reach this threshold where they move to the edge and consider the change before them. Now, they may be inspired to go inside and read their energy at a deeper level, to get in touch with their intuition and to unpack some internal structures so that they can begin to achieve the life that they were meant to live. Now, there are those who face a whole life transition where they've suddenly awoke to the reality, which is their life. And I've met many individuals who find themselves living someone else's life, where it will take a massive upheaval to transition to a more satisfying life. They find that they need to uproot their foundations and begin again from scratch, and that can seem a daunting task. And then there are those of us facing a more manageable transition, whose transformation lies somewhere in the middle ground, where it feels perhaps a little more within reach. Either way, when you're on the threshold of change, it can be a really scary place to be. If your life is already the right environment for your true self, your energy is likely to be balanced and change is likely to be merely small shifts in perspective. If not, then every little alteration in your behaviour, every emotional wound you clean and dress, every spark of intuition, every nudge from your internal energy will be telling you it's time for a change. And dare I say it could even be a big one. For a person who's stuck in the wrong life, the experience couldn't be more challenging. Martha Beck describes experiencing this type of transformation as having all the combined attractions of suicide and childbirth, and to complete it you'll have to kill off the old you and give birth to a different you. Well, that doesn't sound too attractive, does it? I've seen and coached many people, including myself, through dramatic life transformations, and in every case the person in question has experienced confusion, frustration, anxiety and distress. But believe me, the eventual payoff was worth it. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. So what I'd say is, don't overthink things. If you're on the threshold of change, you will know intuitively if it is the right thing for you to do. So, in the insightful words of Susan Jeffers, it's often easier to feel the fear and do it anyway. If you don't, and it's meant to be, it's my belief that it's not going to go away. A few years from now, you may find yourself in a shock situation where you are no longer in control, and the change is going to happen anyway, even if it has to drag you kicking and screaming along the way. I know this. It's happened to me. It's happened to my friends and family, and I've seen it happen to many clients. So please learn from our mistakes. Sometimes you just have to jump off the cliff and grow your wings on the way down. I'd like to share with you a few things I've learned about change along the way. Firstly, change is predictable. Ironically, change is the one constant in all our lives. You can rely on it. 2, knowing why you are changing really helps you to navigate the challenges. 3, change can come in many forms. It can be a shock, which is a sudden change that comes from outside of you. It can be an opportunity, the possibility of making a huge leap forwards towards the life your true self wants to live. And it can be a transition, where events develop more slowly and they kind of come from inside of you. 4, all changes contain some level of risk, uncertainty and confusion. There's no point fighting it, it'll be there. 5, no one can guarantee the outcome of your change. And if anybody tells you they can, they're lying. The end does not have to be clear when you start out in the change process. 6, if you're waiting for the right time to change, be specific or it might never come. 7, one door has to close before another one can open. And 8, you can't plan for everything that happens during change. Some flexibility is always needed. 9, getting stuck within the change process usually means you need to let go of something. 10, you will doubt yourself at some point. We all do. 11, hang on loosely. Be prepared for anything and accept that you will still be unprepared for everything. 12. Nobody knows the way through your transformation better than you. Trust your intuition, be aware of your energy, tune into your emotional compass, and watch for guidance along the way. Thank you for listening.